Let's go into our Wuji stance. Feet about shoulder width apart, facing comfortably forward. Knees relaxed, slightly bent. Bring the hips forward so the tailbone points towards the floor. Feel like the top of the head is being lifted upward, elongating the spine. And bring the chin down and in just a bit. The shoulders drop down and roll forward, bringing the arms slightly around in front, away from the body. Breathing in and out through the nose. And as you breathe in, let the abdomen expand outward, drawing the breath all the way down. And we have a slight pause, and then with the exhalation, the abdomen contracts back towards the spine, pushing the breath up and out the nose. And then again, there's a slight pause before we begin all over. Take a couple of nice, long, deep breaths. With each breath, see if you can relax a little more, focusing entirely on the breath. Let all your other thoughts just fade away. Don't struggle with them. Don't get frustrated by them. Just acknowledge them and let them just disappear like clouds in the sky. Bring your attention to your feet. Feel the soles of your feet connecting all the way down to the center of the earth, rooting you. Feel the earth rising up to support you, merging with you. Take a couple more nice, long, slow, deep breaths here, in and out through the nose. Let's start today with the four thumps. We haven't done those in a while. Four major body systems. So first we're going to tap under the eye on the orbital bone here. Just close your eyes. Just feel those vibrations being set up by tapping. Feel those vibrations going through your skull to your spine. Down the spine, down the torso, down the hips, the legs, all the way down through the bottom of the feet into the ground. Just tapping light enough to feel the vibrations. Tapping the stomach point for grounding. Good. And let your hands drop down. Just take a moment to feel those vibrations all through your body. We're just going to do one clearing chi in between each of these. So breathe in, bring it up. Pause, breathe out, push it all down into the ground. Next, thump. More of a massage. Some people thump it. I personally like to massage it. It's the kidney 27 points, the end of the superficial kidney meridian. So if you follow your collarbone down to almost the end, and then come down about an inch, you find there's a little depression there on either side. Just get your fingers in there, turn little circles. Chances are, if it's not a little uncomfortable, you're not in the right spot. You can do it with one finger on each hand, or I use the thumb and the index finger. Get just that right distance, and get right in there and massage. This is for the body's energetic system. Just breathe through it. Four thumps is a great one to do every day, especially when you get up in the morning. Good. Another nice deep breath. Nice long exhalation. Let your hands drop again. Gathering the chi, bring it up. And then breathe out as you push it down. Good. Next, thump. Thymus point. And a little notch in the sternum. So you don't have to find it exactly because we're not going to massage it. We're just going to use a nice open fist and just tap along inside the sternum, setting up those vibrations. Take nice deep breaths on this one. Here you can breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Great for the respiratory system, but really the reason we do this thump is for the immune system. It's also good for a little extra pick-me-up during the day if you feel tired. This is a nice one to do. Couple more. Nice deep inhalation. With the exhalation, let the hands drop down. Again, notice those vibrations moving through your body. Clear the chi again, gather it, bring it up. Breathe out as you push it down. The last of the four thumps can be done as thumps. Again, I prefer to do this one as a massage. It's the neurolymphatic points. So basically follow the bra line from the sternum, work your way out. And where you find places that are sensitive, stay there a little bit longer and just rub that out. The lymph is the other liquid system in the body. And unlike the blood, it doesn't have a pump. It moves when you move or when you massage. So we need to help it move, help it prevent it become stagnant. So movement is absolutely the best, but this one is also excellent. Just getting in there, finding those places where it's blocked, those little sensitive points, and massaging them a little bit longer. Then come back to the sternum, and then go down the rib cage about a 45-degree angle. Same thing, press in where you find it's a little sensitive, stay there a little bit longer. And then these were all created by a woman named Donna Eden. I add one more to this. You start at the armpit, go down about an inch, and you're going to find a point that's particularly sensitive. It's another neurolymphatic point. Just get in there and try to massage it. Don't press so hard that it hurts, just so that you're aware you're on that point. And see if you can massage a little bit of discomfort out. And if you do this every day, after about 5 days, it's harder to find the points because you've opened them up and they won't be uncomfortable. Good, let's switch to the opposite side. Start at the armpit, go down about an inch, and just massage it out. Good, a couple seconds more. Nice deep breath in. Breathe out, let the arms drop down. Just take a moment to take stock, look inward, and identify those places where the energy may be blocked or stagnant, where you may have some muscle tension or you may have some pain. Don't give it a moment's thought other than to identify it, and then just move on. The mind directs the chi. So by just identifying these points, we're facilitating healing. Let's gather the chi again, breathing in. Pause, breathe out, push down the body into the ground. Good. Step out to a little bit wider stance. Put your hands on your hips. Hip rotations. Trying not to move the upper body. All out of the hips. Couple more, and then we're going to reverse direction. So come around to the front, and now reverse. Good, and come around with an open fist. Tap along the top of the gluteus muscle. Basically from the spine to the hip, but not on the bone, just staying on the muscle. Break up any adhesions that you may have, any tightness. Good, come around to the quad, the leg gates, the crease. Same thing with a nice loose fist, tap up and down. opening up those leg gates, allowing the energy to travel up the legs into the torso, and the torso down into the legs. Good. Let's clear the daimai, or the belt channel. So we're going to bring our hands around to the spine as close as we can to the spine. We're going to drag them across the body over to the opposite hip 3 times. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then down the leg and off the toe. And then we go to the opposite side. We go across once to the hip, 2, 3, down and out. Let's do that again. So we start on the opposite side, once, twice, dragging it across the body. 3 times, push down the leg and off. Switch sides, once, twice, 3 times, down and out. Good. Let's do one more nice exercise called the cross crawl. The idea here is you're going to march in place, opposite arm to leg. So you come up, see if you can touch with your elbow. If you can't, touch with your hand. But you want to try and turn a little bit to the side each time, making contact. Just gets the energies to cross over. Sometimes where, you feel like you're just a little unbalanced, both mentally and physically. This is a great one to correct that. Generally, when you feel that way, you're what we call homolateral. A couple more and then we can stop. And slowly stop. Good, shake it out. Homolateral means the energies are traveling straight up and down. They're not crossing over. So we want the energies to cross over. That's very important. Yeah, I'm doing, even with the arms, making figure 8s. Great way to get the energies to move across the body. This whole left brain, right brain thing. It's important that they communicate. Good. Let's go to a wider stance. Take a nice deep breath, just sink in, relax. And then slowly turn from the waist. Let the hands just move through the air. As you turn the arms so that the palms are facing into the direction that you're going. Sense the air moving between your fingers. Try to make it as slow as you possibly can. And as you slow down, you may notice resistance. That's your hands moving through what we call the Wei Qi, protective energy field around us. Protects us from what they call pathogenic Qi. This posture is called water waves. Couple more. And then just let the arms drop down. Keep turning. And let the momentum carry the arms until they finally strike the body. over the shoulder. See if you can go around a little bit further each time. If you go 360 degrees, you've gone too far. Feel those vibrations as the arms strike the area right around the belly button and then directly behind it. The area of the belly button is where the lower dantian, or the lower energy field, is located. And then the point directly behind it that you're stimulating is called the Ming Men point. Try and focus, bring your focus to the spine, to the individual vertebrae. See if you can notice each vertebra turning in place, starting at the lower spine and working its way all the way up into your neck. As each one starts to move more easily, you gain more flexibility. You allow the energy to travel as we open up those energy pathways. And we're going to lift the arm in the front and strike in the right in front of the shoulder on the chest, just inside the crease, stimulating the lung 1 and lung 2 points for increased respiration and immune system. Now we're going to lift that front hand even higher so that it reaches over the shoulders to the base of the neck. Stimulating especially the gallbladder and triple warmer meridians. Stimulating the gallbladder for increased intuition, clearer thinking. And the triple warmer, again, for the immune system. It's been shown that a blocked or stagnant part of the triple warmer leads to autoimmune issues. We really want to make sure that the triple warmer meridian is open and running. Back down to the shoulder, the chest. Back down to the waist. And then just slow it down so you're no longer striking the body back to waterways. See, perhaps now you can really feel the Wei Qi. Good. Slow it down until you finally come to a stop. Let's go through the 8 brocade first. So bring your feet back to about shoulder width apart. Hands in front of you, palms up. As you breathe in, bring them up to the chest. As you're bringing the energy up through the soles of your feet, up the torso. Hands rotate in front of your face, fingers pointing at each other the entire time. As we interlace them, we push up and slightly back as we watch them with our eyes. And we hold our breath and we look forward. We breathe out as we drop down. So we breathe in, all the way up, and slightly behind you, following with your eyes, leaning back just slightly. Hold your breath, look forward, breathe out, down. Holding up the heavens. Last one. Sweep down, bring the feet closer together. Instead of gathering chi, we're going to clear to the lungs. So we're still going to gather chi, but we're going to bring it into the lungs as we come up onto our toes. Breathing in, pause, breathe out, push it down as we go flat-footed. Good. The next part of 8 brocade is drawing the bows. We want to go to a wider stance. We're going to bring our arms around in front. We're going to cross the wrists. The outer arm, in my case, the left hand, is going to pull to the shoulder, not out here, just right to the shoulder, while the right hand turns palm out. First finger and thumb separate, the others curl in, and you use that as your sight. And then let the arrow flow, come back, and then switch. Now if you got a wide stance, you can drop down when you pull the bow, and then come back up when you come back to the center. Breathe in as you pull. Breathe out as you come back up. One more time each side. Come back to the center. Clear the lungs. Breathe in. As high up on your toes as you can. Breathe out, down. Good. Back to about shoulder width apart. Wuji stance. Take your right hand, palm down, fingertips pointing towards the midline of the body. Left hand, palm up, fingertips pointing towards the body. Hand rotates in front of your face, palm up again, and then push the two apart. connecting heaven and earth. Breathe in as they come back to center, back of the hands cross. Breathe out as they separate. Pause. Gather the energy, pulling it into the body from heaven and earth. Pause. Then send energy that no longer serves you out to be recycled. Pushing apart. Pinkies face towards the body, back of the hands cross, and then we switch. Gate brocade was developed by a Chinese general for his troops about 1,000 years ago. Found that by having them do this, they had less injuries, they could last longer on the battlefield. One more time each side. Good. Now we're going to do almost the same thing, but this time as we come up, we're going to come up and then we're going to turn and push the lower hand down and back, the upper hand up and back. As you twist and look over the shoulder, then the hands come back to the center, holding onto that chi ball. Then separate and turn the opposite direction. Breathe in back to center, pause. Breathe out as you twist, pause, get a little extra twist, and then breathe in again. One more time each side. Good. Come back to center. Feet come close together, clearing to the lungs. Breathe in, up onto the toes. Breathe out, back to flat leg. Good. Step out to about shoulder width again, or slightly more for your nice stable stance. Hands down. Thumbs rotating towards the back. So we're rotating the entire arm as we look to the left. Then as we look to the right, the thumbs come up and then turn backward. Wise owl looks backward. Breathe into the center. Breathe out as you twist to the side. One more time each side. And back to the center, clearing to the lungs. And down. Good. Next one. Shake the head, sway the head, shake the tail. So we're going to a wider stance. I like just keeping my hands behind me, but I'm going to just use my hands to kind of show you what we're thinking about. So we're going to turn, we're going to bend down, we're going to look at the heel, then to the toes, then straight across to the opposite foot toes, to the heel, come up, looking at that side, then turn to the center. Then we turn back to the same side we just left. Bend down, as far as comfortable, looking at the heel, the toes, the opposite toes, the heel, come up the center, and turn. So now I'll do it without hands. So we start over, bend down. Breathe out as you come all the way across. Breathe in as you come up, slight stretch here to the center. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. One more time each side. Let's add a little element to here. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to drop down, come across. Except this time, put your hands on the leg. Turn the foot outward. Come up and lean back as you're breathing out. And then just come back down. We're not going to turn to the center. We come across. One more time each side. Back to center. And up. Bring the feet together, clearing the lungs. Good. Next one, two hands hold feet. So the feet are about shoulder width apart. You may want to bring them in a little bit, depending on how you're feeling. We're going to come down the back of the legs. Bring around to the toes. Then the arms lift. And then when they can't lift any higher, then from the lower back, nice and easy, lift, lean back. Hold your breath, bring your arms down to the kidneys. Breathe out as you come down the legs. Pause. Breathe in. Hold the breath. Breathe out. Last one. And down to the kidneys. Give the kidneys a nice little rub here. Then you can either leave your hands on the kidneys or you can just hold them a couple inches apart. Imagine dark blue light coming out of your palms, filling the kidneys with that wonderful energy. Some people, visualizations work, so dark blue light is a good one. For some people, it's more tactile. See if you can feel the energy leaving the palms, going into the kidneys. You may feel warmth, you may feel cold. You may feel tingling or buzzing. Batteries, the kidneys are the batteries of the body, the storehouse of energy. Good. Drop the hands down, clear to the lungs. And down. Good. Clenching the fists with fierce eyes. So here we're going to go to a wider stance. We're going to put our fists on the hips, loosely clenched, palms facing up. We're going to drop down. We're going to rotate the arm as the left arm comes out, and the fist is basically right in front of your chest as you tense every single muscle in your body, including those of your face, hence the fierce eyes part of it. So you breathe in, breathe out. Gather the energy as you relax and breathe in. Breathe out. Relax, gather, and bring in. Each of these postures was designed to support and maintain the meridians of the bodies, and specifically those of the 5 elements. One more time each. A nice deep breath in, clear to the lungs. And down. Last one. Bouncing on the toes to cure 1,000 ills. So we're going to leave the arms down. We're going to come up on our toes as high as you can comfortably. And then as you breathe out, you're going to drop down on the heels, just hard enough to make some vibration, not hard enough that you hurt yourself or it's jarring to the entire body, it feels uncomfortable. You've done that to drop too hard. We do that 7 times. So we breathe in, we come up, breathe out, and just let the body shake, just like your jello. So we breathe in, breathe out through the mouth on this one. So breathe in, one more time, one more extra. Good, clear the lungs. Good. I don't think we're going to do the I can't even talk today. Jing today. So let's step out to a little wider stance. Let's do a nice flow. So we're simply going to allow the hands to float outwards as our hips go back. We then turn palms up as we're gathering the energy, bring them into the hips as the hips go forward. Out, in. Breathe in as you come in. Breathe out as you go out. As your hands go out, imagine you're running them along the surface of water. And imagine you could see those ripples along the surface that you create with your fingers and palms as you're pushing the water out very gently. Those ripples are nothing but energy. So we gather the energy. We bring it into the body, into the lower dantian. Now this is two-handed pebble in the pond. Do a couple more. Bring it in. Palms up on the hips. Nice wide stance. One-handed pebble in the pond. So with your left hand, you turn palm down. You push across the body, sweeping it across as you're transferring your weight. It then comes back in, palm up. As you shift over to the right, then you shift back to the left, and the right hand comes out and around. So this is really extremely effortless. It's a nice flow. And again, you're running your hands across the surface of the water and then gathering that energy as you bring the hands in. Transferring your weight side to side like this really trains your system to provide better balance. So you may seem odd. There have been studies. I wrote a blog, or I repeated basically Jane Brody's article about this. Walking on uneven surfaces also helps with balance. Walking on a nice flat road does not. You need those slight changes, or here not so slight in terms of transferring weight. One more time around. Reach up. Bring it in. Bringing down the heavens. Bring the feet in closer. Breathe in. Gather the energy in the palms. Breathe out. Push it down through the top of the head, the Bai Hui point. Down the torso, down the legs, into the ground to be recycled. Twice more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one. And step out again. Turn so the palms face each other. Feel that chi ball that you're creating between your palms. Turn the hand so the left hand is holding that ball. Take the right hand away. Turn to the right as you lift that ball up into the air. And then you turn palm down, pushing that down into the earth As now your right hand comes across, gathering energy, lifting it up above and putting it back down. Breathe in, pause, breathe out. Pause, breathe in, breathe out. One more time each side. Good. Come back to the center. Let's clear the lungs again. Strengthening up those feet as well as the respiratory system. Good. Stepping back out to about shoulder width apart. Let the hands float up about chest height. See if you can feel the energy coming out of the loud gun points, the points in your palms. Breathe in. We're going to have the hand come up. Gather energy as you follow it with your eyes. It comes behind you, gathering energy. It then pushes the opposite hand up. Then they both turn palms down. And then we switch. Breathing in all the way, then breathe out. Kuan Yin paints the rainbow. Kuan Yin being the Chinese goddess of love, essentially. One more time each side. And down. Feet come close together, clearing to the lungs. And down. Keeping the feet close together, bringing down the heavens. 3 times. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one. Bring the hands down to the waist. Turn the palm up on your right hand. Let your left hand now sweep out. Thumb and first finger separate. Thumb then faces the middle line of the body. As you breathe out, it floats down that center line. You get to the bottom, we switch. Breathe in. Pause. Breathe out. Nice and slow. Gap between the thumb and the first finger is called the tiger's mouth. See if you can feel the energy coming out of the tiger's mouth, balancing the energies of the 3 dantians. The upper dantian in the forehead, the middle dantian in the chest, the lower dantian in the abdomen. Last one each side. Finish with one hand over the other, one palm over the other, either by interlacing the webbing of the thumbs or holding at the wrist. Doesn't matter which hand is on top. Just feel all that energy surging through your body, spiraling down your legs and up your torso, filling every part of your body with this warm, loving energy as it's removing any darkness, removing energetic stagnation and blockages, expelling negative thoughts and emotions, until every part of your body is aglow with this energy. Let that energy expand outward, encasing you in a protective cocoon. And as you float weightlessly inside this cocoon, become aware of what it feels like to be safe, to be healthy, to be at peace. Take a deep breath and gather those energy and those feelings and take them with you for the rest of the day. Thank you.